Okay, bottom of the deck, you get the Knight of Pentacles. The main energy for your reading this month is the Chariot. There is a lot of momentum showing up here for you this month, a lot of forward movement, okay? Following a pretty difficult ending in your recent past. It is, I will say this, it is slow movement forward, right? Because at the bottom of the deck, you get the Knight of Pentacles, which is literally the slowest moving energy in the entire tarot deck. But the energy behind that, the momentum available to you from the universe is the Chariot. This is like 0 to 60 really, really fast. So there is movement happening. It's just maybe not as quickly as you would like. In the recent past, you get the King of Pentacles. And again, I said you because I don't assign gender to my cards. King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups. There was point blank an ending, a painful, difficult ending here between you and somebody that you have a soul connection with. Now, this could be romantic. This could be a friendship, family member. Take it as it resonates. But it was a painful ending. It was a difficult ending in the recent past. Mainly for you. So I don't know if you're the one that initiated it or you're just the one that is, you're an empath. You're very empathetic. You take on a lot of the emotional pain. I'm not really sure. We'll see when we clarify. In the current situation, you get the King of Cups, the Death, and the Eight of Pentacles. Despite the fact that things are over here in the 3D world between you and this person, because you get the Death and the 10 of Swords, same row in the recent past and the current situation. So despite the fact that things aren't necessarily over between the two of you, at least here in the 3D world, right? The desire to work and fix and rebuild and create is still there because you still love this person very, very much. Regardless of what happened, what was said, the love is still very much there for you. And you're showing me like, we can work through this. I'm willing to come in and work through this, whether it's, I'm not doing all the work. I can carry the brunt, so I can do like 60%, but you got to meet me halfway. Like if you want to do this, you're going to have to meet me halfway is essentially what you're communicating to your person. In the near future, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Temperance. You're kind of holding back here in the near future because you're very emotionally overwhelmed. You're very confused. You kind of need a moment here to like balance out, to chillax, to just not be so overwhelmed and all over the place. And so I do see you retreating a little bit. Let's see. Very interesting reading. I can't really explain why. It feels like there's more beneath the surface here. So let's just see. Let's take a look at the Chariot, which is the main energy for your reading this month. Chariot is clarified by the World, the Fool, and the Tower. You're wanting to move past this ending. You're showing me like this ending was difficult. It was hard. I learned whatever I needed to learn from it. Done, over with. Like no need to dwell on the ending. Let's just wipe the slate clean. Let's start over. You go from the World, which is the last card in tarot, to the Fool, which is the first card. You're like, okay, that's in the past. That ending, that painful ending, close the book on that. Let's start over. Let's start fresh. And you're showing me like, this is what I want. Now, it's kind of the way you're looking at it. It's almost like it's groundbreaking. Like it's not, how do I explain this energy? It's almost like you know what you want, right? You want to start over, but like you being able to wipe the slate clean and start over with this person would literally be like out of the norm, out of the ordinary. Like it's unheard of. So I don't know if you're just not used to putting yourself out there following a breakup, or if you're just the kind of person where you're like, hey, we're done. Like I disconnect, I move on. But you're showing me like, I don't operate like this. This is completely different. This is completely not what I usually do. Going from an ending to a new beginning with the same person, right? So again, like I said, I don't know if in past relationships, you're just kind of like, hey, it's done, I move on. You tend to emotionally detach, or you're like, hey, we're not together, fine, I don't know what about this I want to start over is so groundbreaking to you. It's so like, oh my God, I've never done this. But it is. And I keep saying you, Virgo. because this is your reading. This could also be your person's energy. So take it as it resonates. Let's clarify the recent past. I'll start off with the King of Pentacles in the recent past. Oh, okay. I take what flips over. Give me one more. King of Pentacles in the recent past is clarified by the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you and this person are a divine match, okay? Practically, you both make sense together. You both stabilize each other. You're both kind of like fitting together like two puzzle pieces. And beyond that, you're showing me on a deep level, I know this person's like a soul connection, a divine match, but I also know that the love that I feel for them in the recent past, they feel for me as well. I'm not sitting here holding on to hope and being like, oh, I hope they love me. I hope they miss me. I know they do. And this isn't like a conceited type of energy. You're still communicating with them energetically. You can still sense them. You can still feel them. And you're showing me like, I know that what I'm feeling emotionally, they're feeling emotionally. There's really no question about it for you here in the recent past. Let's clarify the 10 of Swords in the recent past. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Devil, the 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. It's hard. It's hard for you to like let go of this ending, right? Because you're showing me like I'm used to, I don't know if used to is the right word, but you don't have an issue letting go of things. Something ended, done, bye, goodbye. Like it's over, it's done, it ended. For some reason, this person, this connection somehow got under your skin. So either you were with this person for quite some time or you just saw them as having all the potential, all the, criteria that you need in order to be in a relationship for a very, very long time, to have a stable and successful long-term relationship with them. You're showing me like something about this connection got under my skin. I can't just cut dry and leave it. Like I can't just end it the way I normally would. You're trying to sit here and like think about it and figure out like what is it about this specific relationship, this specific connection that I can't let go of, right? You get the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Like there's something about this connection, the intensity, the depth, the emotion. Like I don't know what it is for you, but something about this person and this connection hit different. And you're showing me like I can't just, cut them out like I normally do. I can't just get over it like I normally do. Let's look at the Six of Cups in the recent past. Six of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Justice, and the Page of Cups. It's a soul connection. And beyond the fact that it's a soul connection, it brings in, or brought in, because this is the recent past, it brought in a lot of emotional stability and emotional fulfillment for you. When you get Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you get it again in the current situation in the same row. You really do want to work on things. You're showing me like this connection is so emotionally fulfilling. It's so emotionally stabilizing. It almost like feels right. It's kind of like if everything else in your life is kind of out of balance, this connection would balance it out. It would bring back divine balance. It would kind of like stabilize it. This connection was very emotionally fulfilling for you. It really did fill your emotional cup. And you're starting to allow yourself to kind of, at least in the recent past, accept that. Something about allowing somebody else to be or mean or do something for you, right? Like it doesn't sit right with you. You're like, no, I'm independent. I can do everything myself. I don't need you to fill my emotional cup. I don't need to be dependent on you for my happiness. And you're not. But something about this connection just really brought you emotional stability, emotional fulfillment. And in the recent past, you're starting to allow yourself to feel that, to recognize that, to accept that. Let's look at the current situation. Start off by clarifying the King of Cups in the current situation. King of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. You want to reconcile, okay? You do. That's your desire because you're showing me I still love this person. I want them back. I want a reconciliation. But you're not allowing yourself to get too emotionally invested in the idea of, okay, we're going to make this happen, right? You're kind of showing me like I want to have a reconciliation. But if somebody was like, hey, you have to put down like 100 grand right now on the fact that you're going to be able to reconcile, you'd be like, wait a minute. You're not letting yourself get too emotionally wrapped up in the possibility of Ace of Pentacles, in the possibility of having a new beginning, starting over. Even though that's what you want, I feel like you don't want to get too emotionally invested in it, because then if it doesn't happen, it's that much more painful. It's that much more disappointing. Let's clarify the Death in the current situation. Death is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. You get the Eight of Pentacles again in the current situation. You really do want to rebuild here and fix and reconcile, but you're showing me I have my doubts. Like, I'm not a dum-dum. I know that realistically it's probably not very likely. And I'm like, why do you believe this? And you're showing me because it ended. Things are over. I said we're done. We're done. They said we're done. It's all done. So logically, realistically, it doesn't make sense for me to put all my eggs in this basket of we're going to fix this, we're going to reconcile. So you're not completely giving up hope on the idea of being able to reconcile and fix this, but you're also not like pushing forward 100%, because you're showing me, I'll wait. Let me give me a little bit more time to like sit here and figure it out and see like, is this likely going to happen or not? All the meanwhile, you get the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. The emotion that you feel for this person and the emotion that you get from this connection hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't subsided at all. Let's take a look at the Eight of Pentacles in the current situation. Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Sun. You don't want to accept what I'm about to tell you. You're kind of showing me like, no. I don't want to admit this to myself. But the possibility of just you entertaining like, hey, we can work on things. We can rebuild. We can come back together and create and build a stable, successful relationship makes you so happy. The Ten of Cups and the Sun are two of the happiest cards in tarot. The fact that you have them side by side, tied up to the ability of working and rebuilding this, is letting me know like this really makes you so happy. But again, you're not letting yourself get too emotionally invested in this idea, right? I do see you kind of creating like an emotional wall, because you don't want to accept that. You don't want to admit that the majority of your happiness at this point would come from you being able to rebuild with this person. Let's look at the near future. We'll start off with the Four of Pentacles in the near future. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Cups. You're not letting go. You're showing me like, I am not letting go of the idea that we can get over the past. We love each other. Regardless of the fact that we said we're done here in the 3D world, we are still very much in a connection energetically. I still love this person. They still love me. Like, I'm not letting go of the fact that at some point in the future, one of us is going to come up and just, extend an olive branch, reach out to the other person and be like, let's work on things. The past is in the past. We can move past the past. Like, there's no doubt in your mind. You're showing me like, I'm not letting go of this. Like, hell or high water, I have the belief that this is going to happen. Let's look at the Seven of Cups in the near future. Seven of Cups is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Empress. You're very overwhelmed here in the near future. You're very overwhelmed because you're constantly bombarding yourself with the desires that you have. And these desires are made up of three things. One, this person is amazing, incredible. They are the best thing since sliced bread as far as you're concerned. They are your person. Number two, you want to successfully overcome the past, get over what happened between the two of you. And number 3, you want to rebuild a solid, stable foundation so that you guys can build this connection moving forward. It's literally like all you can think about, and it's beautiful energies, right? These desires are beautiful. I do see them being a little bit overwhelming for you. It's almost kind of like emotionally draining to constantly keep thinking about how much you want these things. And at the bottom of the deck, you get the 6 of Cups, just how much you want this soul connection, how important this connection is to you, how much you want this person, right? So I do see a little bit of that in the near future. Let's take a look at the Temperance in the near future. Temperance is clarified by the Death, the Magician, and the 7 of Swords. You're showing me, I want to get over the ending, right? You got the Death in the current situation. The thing you're manifesting now more than anything in the near future, let's get over this ending. Let's heal from this ending. Let's get past this ending, right? Like, let's turn water into wine. Let's take the negative energies that we're feeling and let's turn them into positive. Let's work, let's reconcile, let's rebuild. That's what you want more than anything. You don't fully trust, like I said. If I told you, hey, you have to put down 100 grand to bet that this is going to happen, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. You don't fully trust that this is going to happen. You don't fully know that this is going to happen. There is that doubt internally for you. All right, Virgo, let's see what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month. From the universe, you get the 2 of Cups, the Judgment, and the Ace of Wands. You're recognizing and realizing and accepting that not only are you still very much in a relationship with this person energetically, like you still love them, you know they still love you. I don't care if you guys said we're done 100 times here. You still feel connected to them and they still feel connected to you. You're recognizing that, and you're also allowing yourself to accept that you want a new beginning with this person. You want to reconcile. You want to start over. And again, this is like groundbreaking for you. This is like unheard of for you. So if you feel comfortable sharing in the comment section why this is so like out of the ordinary, so groundbreaking for you, I would love to hear it. And if not, that's okay too. But that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.